Hey, in this video, we're going to talk about clarifying your vision. This is Clarifying Your Vision Part 2. We're going to talk about the idea of, you've probably heard of SMART goals before. Some of you have, some of you haven't. But we're actually going to take that a step further into what's called smarter goals. How do you like the idea of not smart, but smarter? It's pretty awesome. Well, first off, I want to honor a man named Michael Hyatt. He is a business leader, a business coach, a business executive, and I personally have paid a lot of money to be a student in his high-ticket coaching program so that I can learn so much. And I did. It's a year-long program, and I've learned pretty much most of this from him. And so in the last video, Clarifying Your Vision Part 1, we talked about the idea of writing your vision and making it plain so that you may run, or the reader may run. And, we don't just make a big vision and just be like, well, what does that mean? But we need to begin to itemize and make it very clear, make it plain. Write the vision and make it plain. So first, again, smarter goals. So I'm going to write the word smarter going downhill here. Smarter. Forgive my handwriting. So smarter goals. The first is your goals need to be very specific. Here's the deal. If you are not specific with what you're trying to achieve, everything is going to be too vague. Nothing is going to be clear. You're not even going to know where to start. And you're not even therefore going to have motivation to accomplish something that you can't even see in the first place. And so if your dream is like, man, I want to make albums, I want to have songs on the radio, I want to be on, stages, maybe the little kid inside of you is just becoming so alive right now, just remembering those first and early dreams of what I believe God put inside of you as a creative. Then the truth is, as we identify strengths and weaknesses and we begin to set goals, we need to be very specific with ourselves. You might say, man, specifically, okay, I need to improve my guitar skills. I need to improve my vocal cords and take vocal coaching lessons or whatever. And so you need to be very specific. Second is your goals need to be measurable. Say it with me, measurable, right? So as you write your goal, you need to ensure that you have built-in markers like milestones, that helps you know what you're achieving. Again, you want to be not just specific, but you want to make it measurable. If you, it kind of like helps you track your progress. I think it's the best way to put that is whenever your goals are measurable. Hey, I've worked on my piano playing and now over time it's like, oh man, I'm doing stuff I never could do before. And now I can actually record on time with BPMs. And so measurable. Next is actionable. Actionable. You want your goals to be actionable. They help you define exactly what you're going to do. These goals will prompt you into action. As you're going throughout your normal life, because most of us, have jobs and families and school and all these things and businesses, we need to make our goals actionable because as we go throughout the year, the quarter, the month, the week, we know exactly what we need to do to be working toward our music vision. Is this making sense? Next, our goals need to be risky. That word might frighten some of you, but I think it's a beautiful word, risky. Our goals should be risky because if we're playing it too safe, we're actually not going to challenge ourselves. We're not going to provoke ourselves or stretch ourselves to grow and improve whatever it is we're trying to accomplish. We need to encourage ourselves and challenge ourselves to rise to the occasion or to the challenge so that we can cause our muscles to grow like mine and so that we can improve in what we're doing. Next, our goals need to be time bound. I think this is powerful. It's easy, some of you creatives like me, you're maybe very strong on the left brain. Some of you are like incredibly right brain, and then you're in the middle somewhere. I'm definitely leaning left and I'm, strong on both sides. I think time bound is important, especially if you're honest with yourself and you recognize that you have a very right brain creative personality or creative nature, because the next thing you know, you can be like, yeah, I made a New Year's resolution of I'm going to improve my vocal skills and vocal chops, and December comes around and you actually haven't really worked on it that much. And because you were not SMAR, let alone have you time bound your goals. And so by being, time bound with it, it helps trigger action. You say, man, by the end of the month, I'm just going to work on my vocal chops. Next month, I'm going to work on my piano skills. And you'll be shocked even if you just take one specific thing a month, what you can accomplish throughout 1 year. A year is not long. So be time bound with your goals. Next is your goals should be very exciting. Who in the world wants to make goals that bore you to death? Don't even make it a goal if it bores you. Make it exciting for you. It's it connects your internal motivation. It just kind of does something to your brain. Probably releases these endorphins or something because it's exciting. I can remember as a young kid when I was learning how to play piano, I was legit so excited to get home from school and go to the piano, so excited to pick up my guitar and copy the artist I was copying and try to learn his songs, learn how to play the chords. And so make goals that are exciting. And here's the kicker with that is when you do have goals that are, challenging and all this you're trying to overcome, if they're exciting to you, you will have the energy to rise to the occasion and get over the obstacles and become better at that. They help you improve. Lastly is your goals should be relevant. Oh, that was a terrible E. Relevant. Your goals should not just be some cool idea, but your goals should be relevant to you. Your goals are probably not the same goals that I have. I don't have the same goals as the next guy over there. So as you're specific, as you're measurable, as you're actionable, as your goals are risky, as your goals are time-bound, and as your goals are exciting, they should also be relevant to you and your trajectory. And that way as life circumstances happen and you may have certain values in your life, and maybe your value is I want to write songs that impact the body of Christ. Or man, I want to write songs that tell the best parables and stories about life, love, and hardship and depression, or whatever it is, and God in the midst of it, or whatever. The idea is whatever your vision is, make sure your goals are not random, but they are relevant. So this is what it means to have smarter goals. So now let's dive into the next. If this video on the music business catches your interest, be sure to like, share, and then subscribe to this channel for more.